Okay, I need some help. I am getting ready, and I'm trying to do too many things at once, as usually that's how my life goes. We're getting ready to go help my friend Christy in her, she opened a secondhand kid shop in Morristown, and I just got out of the shower. The kids are downstairs doing kid things. And she's doing, I don't even know what to call it, like a Princess and Me type day. I don't know. I'm going to help anyways to do tinsel and makeup for little girls. It's going to be fun. However, I really have been thinking about my live that I did on, I think it was Tuesday. It might have been Wednesday. I don't know. By the way, if you have not tried Sabella, I always say it wrong. I say everything wrong, so don't judge me by my word pronunciation. Sabella mascara, it's phenomenal. Except I didn't fully take my mascara off from last night. Okay, I'm gonna ramble. Let's just get that straight. I'm gonna ramble. I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna talk about real quick. However, I'm gonna take off the little bit of mascara that I did not get off last night when I washed my face. Clearly I was not fully paying attention. And then I'm going to put on my other mascara. But I'm going to talk to you while I'm getting ready because I got to kill 2 birds with 1 stone today. Okay. That's off. And then some people have asked about my skincare. This is my moisturizer. There was a whole point. There was a whole point to this in going live. So I had quite a few people reach out to me and tell me, like, I know I'm not alone. I'm so not alone. I am surrounded by so many people in my world and in my life and on social media, and I'm totally not alone. However, I am in my 4 walls alone a lot, which is completely fine, and it's normal. So I went live to talk about it because I do feel there are people out there that, like, they just need that one person that understands, and maybe they don't want to talk to you about it, but, like, they just need to know that somebody's understands and they're not by themselves. Thank you. I got it at Target. Isn't it cute? I feel it's got pockets too. Sorry, I digress. But I just feel like, I don't know, I'm just going to start talking. And if people want to listen, listen. And if you don't, don't. And if it resonates with you, let it resonate with you. And if it doesn't, then scroll. It is what it is. But this is helping me, so this is what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to come up with a name for it. Maybe like Chitty Chats with Nicole, or I don't know, something. If you have an idea, drop it in the comments. So I have learned, and I never listened to myself. First mistake. That if you look down when you're putting on mascara, you won't get as much on your top lid. And I literally wear, like, no makeup. I put on moisturizer, mascara, and some days, depending on how I feel, I pencil in my eyebrows because I have no eyebrows and no eyelashes since they all fell out from chemo. Like, they came back transparent. And then apparently I can't talk and put on mascara at the same time. That's one coat, though. I should have came down here and showed you guys before. And yes, I have stuff on my eyelids, so whatever. I'll get it off in a second. That's one coat. It's called Dramatic Impact Mascara by Sabella. And this is from the wellness store. I actually got it as a freebie to try it with one of my orders. And I was quite impressed. So, I'm all over the place. But I hadn't gone live for a couple days, and I had a couple people ask, like, actually quite a few, message me and ask if that's okay. I'm completely fine. My husband thinks I'm a little crazy, but other than that, I'm fine. How many of you do this? Get a Q-tip a little wet to take off your mascara that you got on your eyelid. Sometimes they get a little overzealous. But look, I have eyelashes now. Okay. And I just let my hair normally air dry. I have all of these wonderful hair products that I could put in them, and I don't because I hate the way hair products feel. I know that sounds funny, like coming from a hairdresser, but like I don't like hairspray. I don't like, thank you, Kim. I just don't like the crunchy feeling. So it's going to air dry and we're going to see what happens. And it's probably going to go up in a messy bun if I'm being honest. I could take my cute little clip that I got yesterday at Walmart for the 4th of July because I broke my clips. Okay, we're going to go ahead and talk for a sec. On my bed. You can be with me in my bedroom. I just wanted to like let everybody know that I'm fine. Like I am completely fine. Like I'm just talking through things, and I was listening to this YouTube. I typed in personal development this morning. I always try to listen to something first thing in the morning, before I like get into my day and like get on social media or get into my inbox or anything like that, because I personally feel, for me, that how I start my day is a telltale sign of how my day is going to go. I didn't put on eyebrows. I don't know if I want eyebrows today. See? I digress. So I always wake up and I try to start my day with something positive or listening to something positive, because I have learned over the years that our mind is a very, very tricky bastard. Is what I'm going to call it. And 90% of what we tell ourselves, like, it comes from our own brain. Like, it's not what people are actually saying to us. It's not what people, sometimes it's their actions, but like, okay, we'll say 80%. 80% of it is what we're telling ourselves. What we are making up in our head about a situation or something that happened or replaying it or whatever. It's literally what we're telling ourselves. So I very much try to start my day with something positive so that I'm already starting with positive thoughts versus opening Pandora's box of my crazy ass brain and going to places that it doesn't need to go that day. And I think about the most random crap, and I know that we all do. Like, I cannot be the only one. And maybe I am crazy. I don't know. I keep saying that, but I know that I'm not crazy. I just think sometimes I have crazy thoughts. And like, not in like the sense of like I'm gonna do anything crazy thoughts, but like I got some out there thoughts about things. But then there's a lot of things that I don't talk about because, well, I was taught when I went to hair school that you do not talk about sex, religion, or politics, because it will stir up a whole slew of issues. Do I have some crazy thoughts about some of those things? Probably, but I'm never going to talk about it on my social media because I'm not that person. Never have been, never will be. I might show some memes sometimes of, some questionable things, but that's beside the point. So anyways, I wanted to come on here and just like let everybody know that I'm fine, and I'm very grateful for the people that support me and are kind. I'm not gonna cry because I just did my damn mascara. And one of my biggest struggles, I think, in life for me personally is, I know, shocker, I hate talking about my own emotions. And I think it's because, like, as a child, I didn't really get to feel them. I'm gonna have to redo my mascara. I was raised by my grandparents on my dad's side. I have 7 brothers and 2 sisters, and I'm the second oldest. I've never lived with either one of my parents. I'm closer to my dad than I am my mom. I have not seen my mother, my biological mother, and she truly was not a mother to me. And she's friends with me on Facebook. I think she sees me as an acquaintance. That really pisses me off. I don't know why, but it does. And everybody's perception is different about things that happen to them, so maybe this is just the way I perceived it. But we stopped talking when I was 16. I remember when I got to about 10, and this was totally not what I was going to talk about this morning, but story time. When I was about 10, maybe it'd been younger, I would go visit my mom. She lived in Nebraska. That's where I was born. And I would go stay with her and my stepdad and my siblings. Sometimes it was a month, sometimes it was 6 weeks. It would just depend. And when I was 16, my stepdad is, I don't know if he still is because I don't talk to him anymore, using my hair gel, was an alcoholic. My grandfather was an alcoholic. There's a lot of alcoholism, or there was, I should say. There's not really now, but there was a lot of alcoholism in my childhood. My stepdad was an alcoholic, or is, and my older sister, that's 11 months older than me, is in a wheelchair and has cerebral palsy. He didn't like something she was doing, and he went after her, and I stepped in between it. And I got in a huge fight with him and my mom, and I got put in a car the next day, and I was sent home, and I did not see my mom or my siblings for the next 2 years. I talked to her from time to time, but I was very angry with her, and I think I still am, because she chose him, which is fine. Like, I'm okay with the fact that she chose him, because I was raised by my grandparents, and they were amazing people, and they were amazing to me, but she chose him. She came out when I graduated from high school. Nicholas was her first grandbaby. She's never met any of my children. She came out when I graduated. I'm not making eye contact because I'm crying. She came out when I graduated high school, and I literally wanted nothing to do with her. Like, I didn't want to talk to her. I didn't want to do anything. And my dad made me talk to her. And it was just more like saying, hi, how are you, type thing. Like, it was cordial conversation. And then I didn't see her again. And I haven't seen her since I was 18. She lives in Oklahoma somewhere, I think. That's the last I heard. I remember one of the last times I talked to her. I want to say it was like 28. Madison was I was either just pregnant with Madison or just had Madison. Was the last time I talked to her. And then the time before that was when my ex-husband got in his car accident. That's a story for another day. Alcoholism. See, it's always been in my life. My current husband, does not drink. I mean, don't get me wrong, he'll have like an occasional glass of wine, but the man is not a drinker, thank God. And if you do drink, like if you're responsible, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, I'm not trying to pass judgment on anybody. I have wine sometimes. I've gone live sometimes when I've had some wine and people have said some things about it, but I don't drink that often. I'm more of a alcohol collector. I see a cool bottle in the store or something and I'll buy it, and then it sits in a cupboard. We have a alcohol cupboard that's, up where the kids can't get it, but Nicholas always laughs because he's like, wow, you expanded your cupboard since I was here last. But we very rarely finish things. Anyways. Oh, my Apple Watch is telling me something. Okay. I digress. Okay. She called me when my ex-husband got in a car accident, and he had shattered his hip, broke his pelvis. He had a clavicle injury, a mild brain injury. He was drinking and driving. He got a DUI. And she called me the day that he was having all the surgeries, and she asked if she could help. And I started laughing. Like, I was crying and laughing, and I was like, are you going to come take care of my kids? And she was like, no. And I was like, are you going to send me money to pay my bills? And she was like, no. And I'm like, then, excuse my language. I was like, well, then what the fuck are you going to do for me? And she said, I don't know. And what I have learned is that family is not blood by any stretch of the imagination. It is literally what you make of it. Because I have 7 brothers and 2 sisters, and I talk to 3 of them. By my choice and theirs, I guess. Um, but I came on here because I just wanted, and I know I'm crying, and people are like, oh my god, she's crying again. People cry, and it's okay to cry. And if anybody tells you it's not okay to cry, they can stick it where the sun doesn't shine. It's a chemical release of endorphins in your body that needs to release. Like, do some research on crying. Anyways, I am okay. I'm just working through a lot of shit. Like, and this is probably a continuance from Tuesday. Ken was like, your body doesn't know how to not be in constant chaos. So now it's trying to release all of that stuff. And it goes way back to birth. Like, I don't know. I'm not trying to compare my shit to anybody else's because everybody's shit is their shit. However, it was a lot. And I have made the decision that I'm going to share bits and pieces of me because somebody might relate to it. It might help that person get through their day. It might change the way that they look at something so that they can get through their day. Because I feel like the true pandemic in our world is mental health. And that people don't talk about it enough and they're ashamed of it. And people are mean to people that have mental health problems. And don't get me wrong, there's some crazy people out there. I'm related to some of them. However, I do believe that, like, if you do the work, and some can't, like, they just can't. But I feel like it's something that needs to be talked about more and shared more. And if we're going to talk about our government or politics, like, that's where they need to fucking help people. Literally. Okay, I'm going to go before I get myself in trouble with my mouth. And I apologize for having, my little meltdowns. But, like I said, watch them, don't watch them. If they help you, they help you. And if they don't, they don't. Keep scrolling. But I'm sure I helped somebody today. Love you, bye!